It's the Condors and the Texans, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Condors of Rio de Janeiro taking on the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but, boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Stroud on 3rd down now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And we get a glance at their leader in the huddle, the veteran, in his 9th season now in the league.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
That is caught. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Now, that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Franklin. The numbers for him from a week ago, 7 catches, 58 yards.
And I don't know about you, partner, but if anybody ranks me in the top 10 in anything, I'm really happy, and that's exactly where he is now, number 10 in the league in receiving yards.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw again. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Franklin. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They go for it on fourth down, but come up empty. And this Texans defense stands tall.
Everyone gears up for third down, talks about the importance of it. But fourth down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on fourth down.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. When you look at this defense, it's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Looking to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And that's going to be incomplete. And they'll send out their punter now. Standing right on his own 5-yard line. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Texans will take over. Houston set to take over. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Stroud. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21.
And a real first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll take a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Condors will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And now out comes Houston. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. On first down, here's Stroud. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 83 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So problems with air and passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 41. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Quentin Johnston was the intended target. And it's 2nd down. But you look at this defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. Finds Johnston. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw here. His throw incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now inside the 25. Touchdown! A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Condors are able to stretch out their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He's got another one to Johnston. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. He's going up top for Taylor. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. A big play there. 43 yards. And the Condors are able to extend their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. And Stroud now to throw. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down. 21-3 is your score after 1.
Condors 21, Texans 3.
Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Taylor. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stroud sets up the play action. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
4th down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And his throw here is incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good. Even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense, they actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. A couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well that I think Lady Luck was on his side.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Muscles him off. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense set to regain possession. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Here's Stroud. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. This now a 3rd and 4. Stroud working out of the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Stroud looking to throw to the right side and complete to Thomas. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Stroud will look to throw once more. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Now Stroud. Complete to Johnston here. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
On the draw, here's Stroud. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnston. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
A give for Taylor running right side. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back to Taylor on first down. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd down and 6 now.
2nd and 6.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
Yeah, Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Second and 10. Here's Stroud. And it's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Stroud now on 3rd and 2. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. Play action. Stroud now. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Stroud off the play fake. Pass hauled in by Johnston. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He's got another one to Johnston. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Stroud. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 14-yard line.
On second down, it's Stroud. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. The throwing again is Stroud. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, here's Harris. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Stroud now on 1st and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. Thomas brings it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. He gets it to Johnston. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. The second down throw now from Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Quentin Johnston with career touchdown number 75. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point splits the uprights, and this is back to a 5-point game.
Texans 16.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. So we've come to halftime at a 5-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. And it's the visitors who are out in front in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Anthony Richardson. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. and they have the lead in that one over the visiting L.A. Chargers. Patrick Mahomes has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's take the trip across the Atlantic, see what's happening over in London. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Black Knights trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on second and less than a yard. The throw over the middle taken in. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Oh, fighting off the defender. Taken down at the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Harris. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The others.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Condors take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Quentin Johnston and the offense back to work. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Again on second down, it's Stroud. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Stroud on third down now. And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking it about the 36. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over first and 10. Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 9 now. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. His big game continues. 10 catches now, and another first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They go play action here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Franklin. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Back to throw again. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Texans will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And this will be a Texans first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Play action. Here's Stroud. Throwing right in, that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
On first down, here's Stroud. It's reeled in downfield by Johnston. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That goes for a gain of 31.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3-yard line. Gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Taylor sidestepping his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown.
They got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
It means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people to power his way forward.
Extra point right down the middle. And this is back to a 5-point game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Caldwell to return. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Well, the Rio offense set to take over. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 33 yards that time.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Houston's offense taking over again. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Play action. Stroud now. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Second and 10. Here's Stroud.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. And Stroud now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 67 yards. And the Texans are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Point after, right down the middle. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. How does the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away?
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now the Rio offense set to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
2nd and 6.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So they bring out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today.
Houston set to take over. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. First and 10, it's Stroud.
And his throw is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Second and 10, Stroud to throw yet again here.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Here's Stroud. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Stroud out of the gun here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 3rd down and 1. Stroud off the play fake. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. From the 23, here's the 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Over the middle, open is Thomas. Here's 3rd and 6. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they get 5 there on 4th and 3. Stroud. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Now Stroud. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And this one is right through. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Powering his way forward. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Work in the middle of he's got a man complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll drop to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slam. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I think it's safe to say he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. And he is caught. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly in position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Here goes Stroud again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. Stroud looking to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. The throwing again is Stroud. Looking middle, and that's complete. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. A big play looming on 3rd down. Now Stroud. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Boy, so a chance to take the lead here in this fourth quarter, but he couldn't get this one on target.
Everything looked good. The snap, the hold, even the distance. The only thing off, the most important part, the accuracy.
Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. 2nd and 11 now. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carried around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will push the lead up to 5. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Rio, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.